Okay, it's time to start to get our nav bar looking more like our nav bar. I'm going to remove the background color. That was my first step. Second and third, replacing my logo and my search with images. Going to the HTML document where it says logo or single logo. I use image. Source is equal to something. Alt is equal to llama logo. And end that tag. The source is within the image folder, llama.png. Here's the index file. Go within the image folder and find llama.png. Typing in image, which is the folder, /llama.png. Saving it. Take a look. Whoa, llama big, and has a background color. The background color comes from the background color of the logo class. It's a transparent PNG. It's going to pick up the color of the page or the color of the background. I'm removing the background color from my logo class. All right, llama is getting a little better there. Its size is off. Let's give it a max width. And that max width will be 200 pixels. Hitting refresh. No effect on the llama, but you can see the nav bar knows to stretch into this space, reserving 200 pixels for the logo. I'm going to make a new class, and it's going to be called logo image. And I'm going to set the width of that to 50%. 50% of the bounding container of 200 pixels. Then in the main page, I'm going to add a class to the image. Class is equal to logo underscore image, which states to be 50% of this bounding container of logoness, since the div with the logo class is the container for this image. And when I save it and refresh, we can see now there's a llama. Hi, llama. To move this llama to the left, right, up, and down, let's go back to the logo underscore image style. To give it a little more headspace, I'm going to set the margin top equal to 10 pixels. We see the llama move on down. There we go. To move the llama to left or right, I want to move the llama more to the left. Margin left, you can use a negative value, such as negative 20 pixels. And there's the llama moving to the left. The real problem with the llama, there might be a little too much space around it. Let me open it up. Here's all this extra space to the left, to the right, and below it that we're going to use our CSS styles to correct with. Maybe if the llama had a tighter crop to begin with, image crop, just enough to have a little visual space around it, but not extra space. Image crop. I'll save the llama, overwriting the current file, going back here, pressing the shift key and the refresh button to clear the cache. And there's our llama. Well, it grew. Why? Because our image is smaller, so 50% of that smaller image is still bigger. Let me adjust the llama. And I'll adjust the llama in its style. Instead of being 50%, maybe it's 25%. And there's our llama again. To move it off to the left side, content of this box is aligned to the center. And that box is this logo. Adding a background color back into it, lavender. This will help troubleshoot the problem. Here's the llama sitting in the middle of this box. I want the llama to be off to this side of the box. Let me remove the margin left from it so we can see what the llama is actually doing. So our llama logo is right in the center. I want it to be to the left. This logo div contains this image. And currently, everything is centering within the logo. Going to this logo and writing text align left will move the llama logo to the left. Hitting refresh. There we go. Llama time. Llama's hanging out on that side. Excellent. What about this extra space here? Let me go back and look at my logo. And I set the max width to 200 pixels. You can make it a little smaller, 100 pixels. The width of the logo image to 50%. Let me move the llama a little off from this side, and that's a margin. So for the margin top is 10 pixels, and now instead of a negative number, I need to just add some visual spacing on the left side of 10 pixels. Refresh. Let me get rid of this lavender background, and that's in the logo CSS. Delete, save. Everything we learned from here, we could apply to the search image. Whatever's the bounding box of the search image, it's a good idea to give it a max width and a text align, either left or right, unless you want to leave it in the center, which is fine too. I'm going to now the search image. I'm going to add an image tag with a source, and alt text is equal to search here, closing that tag. And this is equal to the image/search. I'm going to take a look at this search image, making sure there's no extra room around it, like the llama had extra room. Just deleting that extra space. Saving it. So search.png. Image folder, look for the search.png file. Saving this. Going now to the style sheets. Getting rid of the pink background for that. Still, it's going to align content to flex end because I want the search to be on the right side. I'm going to give it a max width of 100 pixels to match the logo. Text align left or right, or just leave it in the center. I need to make a search image class, and that's what's used to control the positioning and the size of the image. Making this class called search_img. Right now, I'll just type in width is 50%, and we'll work from there. I'll apply that class to the search image. Class is equal to search_img, saving it. Refresh. I must have misspelled the name of the image or typed in the wrong location. Luckily, the alt text shows up. Let's see how I misspelled it. Oh, it's called magnify. I think search is a better term. Let me rename the image search. And there's our search. Last thing would be to type in the navigation elements, which are a bunch of anchor tags. Going back here, here's our navbar word. And the other site points might be ahref is equal to where's the first place to go, and let's say it's one of those about websites. About.html. The next anchor would be contact. Anchor tag href equals contact.html. And the word that will be displayed will be the word contact/a. Going back to the style, the bounding container is the nav bar. Scroll on up. I'm getting rid of the nav bar's color background. Save. Refresh. We have to stylize this and then position it. Stylizing anchor tags covered before. We have the general anchor tag, like this. And we could give it a text color. So color is equal to black. Text decoration, none. Text decoration, none. We'll get rid of the underline. We'll start there. Cool. I want it to be a bolder weight, and I have 400 for the main page, and 900 will be a thicker weight. Then this link to my Google font, making the body 400 and navigation 900. Let me specify that in the body first. So font weight 400. Let me just copy this. And I'm going to paste this into the main anchor tag. And I'm going to set it to 900. This should look bolder. It does. Going to change the hover state to A, hover. And that hover state will be the color of red. Saving. I'm going to space apart these elements. The anchor tag is going to have a margin on the right side of 20 pixels. And the last thing to think of, I want the content of this navigation area to be on this side, center, or on the right side. And that will be controlled by this nav bar container. All the anchors live within that nav bar container. Scrolling on up to the nav bar, how does it align its information? Text align. Left will push everything towards the llama. Hey llama, you're gonna have company. Boop, like that. If I want the nav bar to be on the right side, text align is right. Now, llama, you have some extra space, and now my nav is over here. If I want it to be in the center, just remove text align from the style. Take a look at this. Now that there's navigation as words, I'm going to make this clickable and this clickable as well. It's no big deal. The only thing we're going to have to do differently is add a border of 0 in here. So around the image tag will be anchor tag 8. Anchor tag href is equal to start tag for llama. You click on it and you go back to the home page, which is index.html. And at the very end of the image tag is a slash anchor tag. Saving it, reviewing it, and on some browsers you might see a border appear. And to get rid of that, within the image tag or in the class, write border equals 0. And that's written in the llama's image tag. And I'll paste that also into the search tag. And let me move the anchor tag around the search image. And it's going to just do a search function. Most likely it wouldn't go to its own page. It would invoke some JavaScript to come out and pop out a search box. Here we're just creating the navigation link. And now when I go to this page, when I press refresh, I can roll over this image and this image. Clicking here will go back to the same page. Clicking this one and this one will go to 2 pages that don't exist. And this search box is ready to be clicked on and to have some JavaScript open up a search window so we could search all about this llama website.